All right, ladies and gentlemen, hey, I want to welcome you to a broadcast Dog Pound Radio. Tonight we're out in center field. The interwebs are a lot better out here, and the voice is going to work here. I'm going to work through game one, having some chest, a little bit of chest tightness, a little sore today from moving stuff, but I will be here as long as possible. Definitely game one. And also, I'll be on the Schneid Monday as Keokuk comes to town. I'll be working, see, the game one softball, and I will be game two here for baseball here on Dog Pound Radio. Give you an idea tonight, the tail of the tape. We got Davenport North coming in, 4A school. They're 3-2 on the season, and they got a lot of firepower, with the sticks. And tonight we've got our Hounds. We're coming in 0-3, but lost a tight one to nothing against a very good Davenport Assumption squad. So I'm excited to see what's in store and what we got going. But tonight I'm going to kick back the starting soon scene here just pretty quick. If you get a chance, share it. Let us know where you're at. Communicate with us over there on whether it's Facebook or YouTube. And it's going to be a great night of baseball here in Fort Madison. Hey, I'm back. Getting ready to go out to do the national anthem. All right. So we are large and in charge. We are out here about 340 feet away waiting for Isaac to send us the starting lineups. Tonight, the tail of the tape right now is Davenport North comes in 3-2. Your Hounds come in 0-3. Just suffered a 1-0 loss against Davenport Assumption. So excited to be out here tonight. We're ready to rock and roll. So give me a few moments as we figure out who's who in the in the lineups. And if my eyes are good, it looks like that's number 18. It might be number 10. Looks like number 10, Reese Huey, a freshman, is going to be on the mound tonight for our Hounds. At least with numbers, I can fire that away. Colton Vermazen, Roll Hounds. Hey, buddy. One of these days, I need to get you out here in center field with me and get kind of ate up by all these bugs and stuff. But anyway, excited about tonight. Excited to watch our Hounds, here at home. It's going to be first baseball action of the year for the Dog Pound Radio. Let us know where you're listening from and be sure to share. Like, subscribe, all that sort of stuff. Tonight's broadcast brought to you by Turn 2 Workshop, Stan Schmidt. Follow him on Facebook. And obviously, this is a Fort Madison Community School District activity here tonight. So there's the pitch. Fouls are off to the left side. So Reese Huey, the freshman, dealing in here. I'm going to zoom in so we can see a little bit. It's like 1-1 strike. Reese letting her go here. Looks like a fastball. It's going to foul it straight back. Get ahead in the count. 1-2 strikes. Reese Huey, freshman for Fort Madison. Still waiting on the lineup card from Isaac. We'll see what happens here in a few moments so I can give you some Davenport North stuff. So we're in the windup here. Reese gets the sign, and here's the pitch. Curveball. It's going to be fouled back, out of play, and the count's going to remain 1-2 strikes. Reese sitting up in the windup again. Here he goes, and here's the 1-2 delivery. Looks like a little bit outside and low. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Low, full count. Looks like he tried to do, I don't know, cutter, something like that, and it hit on the outside of the plate. And here's the 3-2 delivery. Ooh, just outside. Shellick tried to frame it up, but it's not going to work, and it's going to be ball 4. And Davenport North is in action here with a runner on first base. Got number 8, Owen Huffman, out here in center field. Huey now works out of the stretch. Big lead over on first base. He's going to throw over, and he's going to call him safe. He's going to say he was underneath the slide. That was close, ladies and gentlemen. Great pickoff move by the young freshman, Huey. Here comes head coach Shinstock. He's going to say, hey, man, I would like to have an explanation on that one. Both umpires come together to discuss it. Yeah, he's going to call him safe, but I'll tell you, if I had instant replay, which, I don't have that access to do that here, that would have been an out. No balls, no strikes. Second batter of Davenport North here. Reese Huey now out of the stretch. Here's the pitch. It's going to be ball. Must have been a little bit inside. First inning, Preston. First inning, top half of the first inning here. Reese Huey looks out of the stretch. Here's the second pitch, and he's going to catch the outside corner and a fastball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Preston, let me know how the sound is out here. The wind's kind of howling. Huey looks over to first base, not quite as big as lead. He's going to steal here. The throw's down. He's going to call him safe. He must have got around the tag. Shellick throws the ball back to first. Definitely not as close as that pickoff move was. Ooh, huge lead at second here. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The young freshman hitting into the stretch. Reese Huey's going to look back to second. Here's the pitch. Nice framework. I believe that's Oliver Shellick doing the catching duties. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the delivery from Huey. Low, outside. Oh, that's ball 4. So I screwed up somewhere with the pitch count. Got a runner on first and second. The infield fly rule is in effect now. Davenport North's third batter of the inning coming up. No outs. Still 0-0. Give you again a rundown. Davenport North is 3-2 on the young season, and your Fort Madison Bloodhounds are 0-3. Out of the stretch, Huey's looking back here, and here's the pitch. Nice inside heat. Strike 1. Huey sits in the stretch, takes it back, takes that look back, and here's the 0-1 pitch. Outside. It's got to be close back there, but again, we're not behind the plate tonight. The interwebs are much better in center field. So we got 1 ball, 1 strike. Huey looking back. A little bit bigger lead. Ball 2. Counts 2-1. 2-1. Huey gets the sign. Here's the 2-1 delivery. Curveball. It's going to be hit into left field. It's going to be caught. Great catch out there in left field. I can't see the number this far away. Kind of blind. Mitchell makes the catch. Thank you, Dad, out here in left field. Huey now, 1 out. Call that F7. Huey's looking in, takes that look back, and here's the pitch. Strike one, outside corner. Good heat coming from this young freshman. Huey getting the sign. Here's the 0-1 delivery. Strike two. No balls, two strikes. It looked like it was going to be some sort of a delayed steal that was stopped. Still no score here in the top half of the first inning, one out. Huey, 0-2 here. Here's the pitch. Ooh, close, outside corner. He's been dealing that outside corner all night long so far, yes. It's not really all night, but Huey looking in, one ball, two strikes. Here's the delivery. Curveball outside. Ball 2-2. Two balls, two strikes, one out. Here's the pitch from Huey. He's going to rope it here into right field. It gets over Owen Huffman's head, and we're going to score 1-2. There's the relay throw. He's going to be safe inside with a triple. Davenport North's going to go up 2-0 here in the top half of the first, still one out with a base clearing triple. Dakota Oberman's listening. Hey, Dakota. All right, so Huey now can go back in the windup. Oh, now he's staying in the stretch, looking that guy over. And here, no balls, two strikes, one out. Davenport North up 2-0 here in the top half of the first. Like some sort of a cutter inside, ball one. One ball, two strikes. Huey out of the stretch. Here's the pitch. Curveball. Umpire's going to say outside. I thought, I won't say that was a strike, but, I am 360 feet away. Everything looks good out here. Swing and a miss. And that's going to be strike three. Two outs. Again, Davenport North up 2-0 here in the game here. Top half of the first inning. He's still working out of the stretch. Here's the pitch. Outside corner, strike one. Here he gets the sign. Looks over to third base. Not really holding him on. Here's the pitch. Curveball inside. It's going to Tatum Shellick over to first base for the third out. Davenport North gets a walk, and then they get a base hit, and then it's a base clearing triple to go up 2-0. We're headed towards the bottom of the first. We'll be right back. Leading off here in the bottom half of the first inning will be Reese Huey. Owen Huffman will bat second. 31. Who's that? Luke Hellige? I don't want to screw that name up, man. I like his dad. Hellige's quite the pitcher, too, right? All right, so we are getting ready here. The last few segments. Looks like Davenport North's got a nice little pitcher on the mound here. It's going to give us a good look here. Let us know where you're listening from. Share for us. We're headed to the bottom half of the first inning. Your Hounds down 2-0. Reese Huey coming to bat. Freshman. A lot of freshmen on this roster. Here's the pitch. A little high inside chin music, ball one. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Low, ball two. Reese, not going after some of those, which is highly important. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Looks like it caught the inside corner, so it's going to be 2 balls, 1 strike. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Reese Huey, it's going to hit the ball up to second base. Second base flips it over, and it's going to be a 4-3 out. 1 out here in the bottom half of the first inning. Owen Huffman coming up, the left fielder for the Fort Madison Bloodhounds. A lot of batters with open stances. Interesting. Here's the pitch. Ball low. 1 ball, no strikes. Owen Huffman, another freshman on this starting group. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Owen's going to pop it up on the left side of the infield to the first baseman, and that's going to be what we call an F3. 2 outs here in the bottom half of the first inning. It's going to bring up Luke Hellige. Great athlete. Had a great track season, or a golf season, I believe. Luke setting in here, and here's the pitch. High chin music, ball one. Davenport North guy on the bump tonight. He's got a little velocity. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Curveball, swing and a miss, strike one. So the count goes to 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the 1-1 delivery. Low, ball two. 2 balls, 1 strike. Luke takes that practice swing. Gets back in there. 2 balls, 1 strike. Another curveball. Luke's going to pop it up a mile high to the second baseman that comes up by the pitcher, and that's going to be 3 up, 3 down. No hits, no runs, no errors as we get ready to hit the top half of the second inning. The Hounds were able to put it in play, but unfortunately, it was two flyouts and a ground out. Reese Huey, I better shut that off. Don't want to hear myself talk. Reese Huey up here in the top half of the second inning. Hounds down 2-0. Here's the pitch. It's going to be a ground ball. It's going to be a base hit. And Davenport North is dealing here in the top half of the second inning. It's hard to hear out here. I don't have the lineups, unfortunately. For whatever reason, technology is not working very well tonight for me. Imagine that. We got a runner on first base. Huey's going to look him over. He's going to throw back over. Good pickoff move from this young freshman. Reese going to look over out of the stretch here. Here's the pitch. Strike one. No balls, one strike. Reese Huey on the nod. Got a really nice pickoff move for a freshman. Here's the pitch. Up high, ball one. One ball, one strike. Dang it. Nice little curveball. Runner was not going. 2 balls, 1 strike. Top half of the second inning, Hounds down 2-0 against this Davenport North squad. Huey working out of the stretch here. A little bit bigger lead, a little bit bigger jump. Nice little pickoff move. Huey again looking over out of the stretch. Here's the pitch. 2 balls, 1 strike. High heat. Reese takes a look over. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Fastball outside corner, strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes for Reese Huey. Checking back over a little bit less of a lead. He's going to be stealing for second here, but it's going to be a hit and run. Oh, Shelley's going to catch it and throw her over to, Tatum. And it's going to be a double play. So we're going to call that a 4-3 double play. Sometimes those hit and run gets us in big trouble. So now we're 2 outs here in the top half of the second inning. Tatum Shellick with a great play. Here's the pitch. Strike. Nice little fastball with a little bit of tailing action. Here's the pitch. Curveball outside, ball 1. Here's the 1-1 delivery. Strike. Nice little curveball hit the outside corner. So it's going to be 1 ball, 2 strikes. All balls hit hard to shortstop. Tatum Shellick's got it, throws it across, and gets the 3rd out. So Shellick kind of took control there. Great play by Tatum Shellick. We're headed towards the bottom half of the second inning with your Hounds down 2-0. Again, Davenport North comes in with a 3-2 record. They're a 4A squad, and your 3A Hounds are coming in 0-3. But I'm telling you, they're just about ready to break one open, in my opinion. Last inning was a great inning, great defense. Everyone's kind of putting it in play. Both squads, not many strikeouts. Bottom half of the second inning, Hounds down 2-0. We're warming up here. Next week, on Monday, Dog Pound Radio will have the call for the softball squad against Keokuk Game 1, and then I'm going to try to get over here for Game 2 of the Hounds versus Keokuk. Let us know how the sound is, how's the view, all that sort of stuff. Let us know where you're from. Brody Cashman coming up to the plate. Tell you, he's one of those hounds that makes me a little bit nervous having my camera this close. Senior Brody Cashman stepping in here. Here's the pitch. Inside, ball 1. Brody's got a lot of speed as well. Looking for that first base runner of the evening for the Hounds. Up, chin music. Ball 2, 2-0. Brody stepping in there, ready to go. Here's the 2-0 delivery. Looks ball 3, 3 balls, no strikes. No outs here in the bottom half of the second inning. Here's the 3-0 delivery. Ball 4. If he runs, he might get to second. Brody's going to be standing on first base here. First base runner. Next up, number 28 is Nolan Lamb. Nolan stepping in there. Brody's getting a nice little lead over on first base. And here's the pitch. Inside, ball 1. It's 5 straight balls. Nolan ready to go here. 1 ball, no strikes. Davenport North's pitcher takes a look. And here's the pitch. Nolan's going to get a good charge into one. He's going to make the catch. And they almost, that was a great play by center fielder. Stephen Burlett coming in here. 1 out, runner on first base. Speedster Brody Cashman on first base. Stephen Burlett stepping in here, ready to go. I think that was a little bit outside, ball 1. Stephen stepping back in here. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Brody's going to try to go for 2 here, and he's going to be out, unfortunately. 2 outs. Brody Cashman thrown out on a steal attempt. Stephen Burlett steps in now with 2 outs here in the bottom half of the second inning. Hounds down 2-0 against Davenport North. Ball 2. Hate it when it takes the sails out sometimes, but you got to gamble. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Curveball, outside corner, 2 balls, 1 strike on Burlett. Here's the pitch. Burlett's gonna foul her back. He did get a lot of contact on that. Hopefully he straightens that baby out. 2 balls, 2 strikes now on Burlett. Here's the delivery. Low. Well, that's going to be ball 4. I don't know why I'm getting all screwed up, but I'll take it. Tatum Shellick comes up to the plate. Burlett is on first base. All right, Tatum Shellick. Here's the pitch. Ooh, ball's going to get away. We're going to try to get to second. We're going to be there on an overthrow. That catcher's got some mustard from Davenport North. So now 2 outs, scoring position now. Tatum Shellick steps in. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Shellick's going to get a charge into it. Unfortunately, a little bit too much real estate, and it's going to be a fly out to center field. Stranded 2 that inning. Still waiting on that first hit. Here tonight, we're headed to the top half of the third inning. Your Hounds are down against Davenport North 2-0. Huey stepping in for the top half of the third inning. He's had a nice night. Unfortunately, some of the hits were put into a charge. That triple that Davenport North took the lead 2-0, and they're hanging on here. Top half of the third inning. Here's the pitch from Huey. Outside, ball 1. 1-0. Here's the pitch. I'm going to say outside. Ball 2, 2-0. Looked like it was fairly close there. Huey's working fast here in the top half of the third. Curveball. It's going to be a pop fly into center field, and it's going to be an out. Good catch, good communication. I need to zoom out. Zoom out just a little bit here. Huey, 1 out here. Ball 1, outside curveball. It's a nice night out here at the ballpark. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Ball 2, 2-0. Be sure to come out and support your Hounds. Monday night, big one, Keokuk. 3 balls, no strikes. Next week, our boys get to make a trip up to the Field of Dreams to take on Van Buren. Here's the 3-0 pitch. I thought that was ball 4. Must have called a strike. Anyway. Going to call a strike that I don't know whether it's full count or 3-1 here. Here's the pitch. Huey working fast. Ball 4. Base runners. I think that's the third walk of the evening. Huey trying to find the zone here in the top half of the third. Pretty decent sized lead at first base. Here's the pitch. Nice little fastball outside corner, strike 1. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That had to have been close. Ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Ball, one strike. Huey looks over. A little bit bigger lead at first. Nice little throwback, but he's going to be back in time. One ball, one strike, bottom of the third, or top of the third. Man, I got to figure it out tonight. Ground ball, third base. He's flipping it over to second. Oh, they're going to call him out. That was an extremely close play, so they're going to get the lead runner. One out with a runner on first base. Huey is dealing. He comes out of the stretch. One out here. Here's the pitch. He's going to steal. There's the throw. Ooh. Looked like Tatum didn't get it in his glove all the way, so the runner's going to be safe on second base for the second stolen base tonight. One ball, no strikes. Huey sitting in the stretch. Here's the pitch. Two balls, no strikes. Huey gets the sign. Looks back at second. Here's the pitch. Ground ball, hot shot to third base. He's going to first right away. And that's going to be the third out of the inning. So Davenport North strands one on one hit. We're headed towards the bottom half of the third inning. The Hounds down at this point, 2-0. All right, headed here, bottom half of the third inning. Hounds down 2-0. And here's the pitch. Ooh, inside chin music. Ball one. Not sure who number one is. I don't have it on the roster. Fouls are straight back. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Curveball up high, ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. Here's the 2-1 delivery. Low ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike. Hounds have been on base twice tonight with 2 walks. Here's the pitch. It's like 3 balls, 1 strike. Here's the 3-1 pitch. Outside ball 4. Hounds are in business. Corbin Vanul comes up to the plate at junior. Corbin's going to look over for the sign from Coach Shinstock. Nobody out here. We're dealing here in the bottom half of the 3rd inning. Oh, throwback. Plenty of time underneath. Those always make me nervous as a coach. Looking over, a little bit bigger lead now. Here's the pitch. Oh, Corbin's going to get a charge into it. That center fielder's good, so that's going to be a fly out. The center fielder, 1 out. We're getting charges into him. We just need to find the gaps. Looks like Reese Huey's coming back up to the plate. 1 out. Here's the pitch. It's a bunt and run here. So it's going to be a good sacrifice. We're going to get a runner in scoring position, but there's going to be 2 outs. Owen Huffman coming in, gave a good charge to his in the 1st inning. Playing some small ball. I like it. Here's the pitch. Inside ball 1. Davenport North looking back, trying to hold him on second. Outside ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. Bottom half 3rd inning, 2 outs. Hounds down 2-0 against Davenport North. Ooh, there we go. Ball 3. Wheeling and dealing here. Big lead on second base. Here's the pitch. It'll be ball 4. So we got a runner on first and second with 2 outs with Luke Hellige coming up to the plate. Like to see Luke put a charge and maybe hit my microphone out here, Luke. I'm sure people will spend money to pay that back. Coach is going to come out, give a chat. Don't know if there's going to be a change. Does not look like there's going to be a change at this point, but the coach is probably telling him, "Hey, you got to play it a little bit safe with Luke Hellige. You got to be careful. You don't want to put too much in the meat of the bat." So 2 outs on contact. The boys will be going. Luke steps in. His first time up, hit one a mile high for an out in the infield. Here's the pitch. Right down the middle, strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. Senior Luke Hellige. Outside ball 1. Making Davenport North's right-handed flamethrower making him work this inning. Going to call a strike. So now we're setting 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Okay, they're going to call balk. Going to call balk on the pitcher. So now both runners go 90 feet each, and both of them now in much better position to score. 2 balls, 2 strikes. All right, so it's going to be a full count. Still waiting on that first elusive hit. We've hit it hard tonight. We just haven't found any pay dirt. Here's the full count pitch. Swing and a miss. Hounds are going to leave 2 on 2 walks. Still waiting for that hit. We're headed towards the top half of the 4th inning with your Hounds down 2-0 against Davenport North. We'll be right back. All right, headed towards the top half of the 4th inning. Freshman Reese Huey still on the mound. He's pitched a good one tonight. Just giving up that two-run triple. Foul ball. Davenport North's had to work for those points. They've put the charge in. Fort Madison's still waiting to hit some pay dirt. Hard hit towards Tatum Shellick. It's going to get through Tatum. I would call that a base hit. That was a very hard hit into the shortstop. Nobody out. Runner on first base now. Looks like it's going to be a courtesy runner. Courtesy runner for the pitcher. Hot shot to shortstop. Davenport North's put the ball in play pretty hard. Runner on first base. Huey looks him over. He's gonna nice little back throw there. I tell you, man, it's getting closer and closer. Nice little pickoff move from this freshman. Huey looks over again. Tell you, I kind of like seeing this. I like seeing this kid, man. Going to be an ace in the future. Huey's going to look him over again. And again, throws it over. Runner back in plenty of time. You know, when my brother played, he'd just get a bigger lead. Inside ball 1. Top of the 4th. You're listening to Dog Pound Radio, Chuck Banks tonight. By myself, like normal. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Going to put a charge into it, third base side, but it's going to be foul. 1 ball, 1 strike. And one of these nights, I need to get a co-host. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the pitch. Outside, 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. Huey's going to look him over out of the stretch here. Here's the pitch. Outside corner, paints it. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out here. Top half of the fourth. That's a long fly ball left field heading foul. Put a charge into that baby. Went about 315 feet, but foul. Again, 2 balls, 2 strikes here. Huey wheeling and dealing. Still working out of the stretch. Looks him over. Got a nice little throwback again. Runner's going to be safe. Here's the pitch. Ooh, that was almost too close to take there. Count's going to be full. No outs. Nice little lead at first base. He's going to be stealing. Ground ball is going to get through in between third base and shortstop. And it's going to be a single. He's going to advance the runner over to third base. So we got a first and third opportunity for Davenport North. Timeout. Coach Shinstock heading towards the bump here. Reese has pitched a fine game. He has nothing to be ashamed about. And it looks like we're going to bring in another pitcher. I gotta get numbers here. Looks like number 9, Michael Fuller. Michael Fuller coming in the bump here. See what he's got. All right, so we got Michael Fuller coming in. It's first and third, nobody out. Here in the top half of the fourth inning, Hounds down 2-0. Reese Huey has pitched a dandy. Excellent job for a freshman. Little trivia for you. Who played shortstop for the Kansas City Royals in the 1985 World Series? Played shortstop for the Kansas City Royals in the 1985 World Series. Give me some answers. Don't be Googling it or Chat GPT. That's cheating. So, junior Michael Fuller heading to the bump. Gets a couple more here. All right. It's a good one to throw that one off there. Gonna call him Wild Thing. Davenport North trying to take advantage here. First and third, nobody out, up 2-0 here in the top half of the fourth. Man, no one knows who played shortstop for the Kansas City Royals in 1985. Holy cow! I'll let you stew on it for here a little bit longer. All right, so Michael's going to step in, and here's his first pitch. Low, ball one. Surprised they didn't advance the runner. 1 ball, no strikes. Michael sitting out of that stretch. It's going to throw over to first base. 1 ball, no strikes. They're playing some chess games right now. All right, here we go. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Ball 2. He was going to run, decided he'd better not. 2 balls, no strikes. Michael's just got to take a breath, throw some strikes here. 2 balls, no strikes. Fuller's going to look back over to first. Another throw to first. Plenty of back and plenty of time. 2 balls, no strikes. Runner on first and third. Here's the pitch. Payoff. Nice little curve ball. A lot of movement on that baby. 2 balls, 1 strike. Michael's going to look back over to first base. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike. Fuller getting the sign, steps in, and here's the pitch. And Davenport North hits a rope into center field. It's going to get past the center fielder and is going to score at least 2. It's going to be a good, nice play to home there. It's going to be it's going to be a stand-up double. 2 more runs come across, so it's going to be 4-0 now. Still nobody out. Top of the 4th, 4-0. Just got to get an out here. Nobody out. Fuller's taking a deep breath, taking a long time here. Here's the pitch. Fouls it straight back. Fuller, a junior for your Fort Madison Bloodhounds. No balls, 1 strike. Curveball, just going to miss outside and low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Fuller looks at second base. Looks again. Ooh, kind of a screwy bunt. And Tatum Shellick's able to make the play there. 2 outs. Or wait, 1 out. Good grief, Chuck. I got to pull my head out of my butt here. There's 1 out, runner on second. Hounds down 4-0, top half of the 4th inning. Fuller getting the sign. Looks back at second. And here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. No balls, 1 strike. Fuller getting the sign again. Looks back. And here's the pitch. Inside. It's going to get past. Oh, it's going to get past. Runner's going to advance to third base. It's going to be 1 ball, 1 strike. 4-0, 1 out. Just got to take a deep breath and go. So to answer your question, no one answered. It was Buddy Biancalana, played shortstop for the Kansas City Royals in 1985. Kind of a half swing. It's going to drop into center field. We're able to get under it. Brody's able to get it in. It's going to be an RBI single, and the score advances the score. Davenport North up now 5-0 over the Hounds. Still 1 out. Fuller's going to look over to first base. Here's the pitch. It's going to get a charge into it. Pops it way up in the air. Center fielder Brody Cashman calls him off. It's going to be out number 2. Pop fly out center field. Now 2 outs. 2 outs here in the top half of the 4th inning. Fuller's going to look him over at first. He's going to deal. Strike 1, inside corner. Little off speed action. Fuller looks over to first base again. Not a real big lead over there. Here's the they're going to call a balk on Fuller. He's going to move his shoulder over just a little bit, oh so softly, too much, and it's going to advance the runner. Still 2 outs. That was probably close to another balk. He's got to be careful, moving and advancing that shoulder over. Fuller looking now at second base. He just needs to concentrate on that. Oh, inside. 3 balls, 1 strike. Three balls, 1 strike. And here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Full count. Runner on second, 2 outs. It's been a long half inning. Fuller looks back over to second. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. So we're going to get out of that jam. It's going to be 5-0. Davenport North over your Hounds as we head to the bottom half of the 4th inning. Davenport North bringing in a southpaw with a kind of a weird delivery. This is kind of cool. You got a buddy up in Wisconsin who's a southpaw. Looks like this one throws a little bit of a knuckleball and junk here. Brody Cashman up to the plate here in the top half of the 4th inning. Be nice to see Brody get a charge. Hounds down 5-0 now in the bottom of the 4th inning. Brody stepping in here, going against this southpaw from Davenport North. Ball 1. Looks like this kid's got a lot of movement on that ball. He's going to work fast. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the 1-1 delivery to Brody Cashman. Curveball, strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the 1-2 delivery. Brody's going to put a charge into it, but unfortunately it's going to be foul into foul territory on the left side. Still 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Brody's going to foul it off again. Shinstock almost made a dramatic play over there at third base. Brody getting some good, he's touching the ball pretty good here. Here's the 1-2 delivery. Curveball. He's going to call it high. Ball 2. That was a little bit too close for comfort, in my opinion, but who am I? Here's the 2-2 pitch. They're going to call strike 3. 1 out. No Lamb coming up to the plate. In his first at bat, he put a big charge into it, but it was right at the center fielder. 1 out. Bottom half of the 4th inning here. No one's sitting in there ready to go. Gonna call strike 1. And Nolan has worked so hard in the weight room. He's a beast now. Nolan's going to foul that back, and we just haven't quite figured out the delivery of this southpaw from Davenport North. No balls, 2 strikes. And here's the 0-2 pitch. Nolan's going to hit it. He's going to get the base hit into left field. Nolan Lamb breaks up the no-hitter. Nice to see the charge. This boy can hit. Stephen Burlett coming into the plate. I believe Burlett walked the last time up. Looks like we're going to have a pinch runner for Nolan Lamb. That's a great hit from that young man. Nice also to break up those no-hitters. I'm not sure what he's doing here. Okay. It's a great hit from that young man. Looks like it's going to be Preston Hetrick coming in to get on. Preston's going to get a nice little lead here. He's got some speed. Bad person for saying that. Eric has a lot of speed. Very strong kid. Here's the pitch. It's going to come to the left side here. It's going to be a base hit. And you know what? Base hits sometimes come in deuces, and that's going to be back-to-back singles for your Hounds. Tatum Shellett coming into the bat. Be nice for Tatum to knock one with the Hounds down 5-0. We just got to cut the bleeding a little bit here in the bottom half of the 4th inning. Easy as they go. Eric Cornelius, nice little lead at second. Here's the pitch. Strike 1. Swing and a miss. No balls, 1 strike. 1 out. Here's the pitch. Strike 2. Tatum's going to now choke it up a little bit here. Try to give one a ride. No balls, 2 strikes. 1 out. Here's the pitch. Fouls it away. Able to stay alive. That outside corner, that was a close one, but Tatum's able to fight that off. No balls, 2 strikes still. Big leads. Here's the pitch. Tatum's going to get a charge. That's going to be 3 straight. Oh, it's going to get past the center fielder. Tatum's going for 3. We're scoring 2. Stand up triple. Tatum Shellett is going to make the score a little bit tighter here. The score is now 5-2 here in the bottom half of the 4th inning. 3 straight hits, 1 out. I lost my voice there. 5-2. Tell you what, we did not have a hit the first 3 innings, but we've had 3 in a row now. 2 singles and a base clearing triple. Tatum Shellett over there. Very important run here with 1 out. Gonna bunt, suicide. Tatum's gonna score. Gonna get a single. 4 straight hits, baby. All right. Exciting. Hounds now down 5-3 here in the bottom of the fourth inning. I'm going to call a timeout here. Get some adjustments. Runner on first, one out. Score is now 5-3. Strike one, outside corner. 4 straight hits, and we were hitless before this inning. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Oh, he's going to get a charge into it, and it's going to get down, and we're going to get another one, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, he's rounding second, making me nervous. It's going to be a stand-up Van Newell stand-up double, and it is now 5-4. The Hounds down only by one. Van Newell with a nice rip. Still one out. Tying run now 180 feet away. The rally hats are out. And here's the pitch. Strike one. Exciting bottom of the fourth inning here. Hounds showing a lot of life. Ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 out. Tying run now at second base. Here's the pitch. 2 balls, 1 strike. Two balls, 1 strike. Strike two. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Just got to put her in play maybe on that right side of the field. 1 out here. Oh, fouled it away. It was, I'm not sure, but I'm going to guess that he really chunked that driver there on that one. No, I'm just messing with you. Anyway, so it's 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. It's going to be 2 outs now. Again, with the tying run still on second base here. Owen Huffman's put some charge in some balls tonight. It'd be nice to nod this baby up here in the bottom half of the fourth inning. Here's the pitch. Strike one, inside corner. Hounds, very explosive fourth inning here. Here's the pitch. Ball outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Be nice to see Owen get a charge into something here. Owen's going to pop it up towards the first base side, and he's going to make the catch. All right. We were down 5-0 at the beginning of this baby, and it is a 5-4 Davenport North lead. We're heading towards the top half of the fifth inning. Michael Fuller stepping in here in the top half of the fifth inning. Hounds down now 5-4. What an explosive fourth inning that was. Ball one. It's going to be the 3, 4, 5 hitters for Davenport. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Ball two. Two balls, no strikes. Michael Fuller Jr. for Fort Madison. Swing and a miss. Nice off speed pitch. 2 balls, 1 strike. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Pop fly, mile high. Center fielder Brody Cashman underneath it, and it's an out. One out. Hounds playing some excellent baseball right now. Michael Fuller steps in against the 4-hitter of Davenport North. Fouls it away. I don't think he meant to do that half swing. Michael throwing some juice inside, ball one. Michael Fuller, here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Fuller looking in, gets the sign. Here's the pitch. It's going to be a ground ball, third base side foul. But I tell you, the Davenport North coach made a great, stellar play over there. We're starting ahead here. No balls, 2 strikes. Nice little curve ball. Misses, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Michael gets the sign. Here's the pitch. Oh, fouls it away. It's going to bounce, so that won't be a strikeout. Still 1 ball, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. 2 outs. Hounds are working it. Phelps comes up for Davenport North. Lefty's got a little bit of power on him. 2 outs now, top half of the fifth. Low, ball one. Tell you what, it was nice to see those bats awaken. 1 ball, no strikes. Here's the pitch. Up high, ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. Junior Michael Fuller. Strike right down the old shot there. 2-1. Must have just missed outside. 3 balls, 1 strike. Here's the 3-1 pitch. Ground ball, second base side. Tatum Shelley gets it, dishes it. 3 up, 3 down. We're headed to the bottom of the fifth, ladies and gentlemen. Your Hounds down 5-4. You're watching Fort Madison Baseball on the Dog Pound Radio Network, a subsidiary of the Coaching Culture and Athletics Radio Broadcast Network. All right, heading towards this bottom half of the fifth inning. It looks like Luke Hellige comes to the plate. Tell you what, that last inning, that Van Newell put a charge in that baby. Triple, double, back to back, 2 singles, 3 singles. Luke Hellige coming up here, bottom of the fifth inning. Gonna call inside corner, strike 1 on Luke. Here's the pitch. Fouls it back, strike 2, no balls, 2 strikes. No balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Ball outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Like to see Luke get some charge in this baby. Here's the 1-2 pitch. We're gonna strike out looking. 1 out. Brody Cashman coming up here. Made some great plays out in center field for us. 1 out. Strike 1. Right down the middle. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Strike 2, outside corner. No balls, 2 strikes. No balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Brody's able to fight that one off. He's just got to choke up, put the ball in play now. Here's the pitch. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's Brody ready to go. Ooh, that was almost too close to take. 2 balls, 2 strikes here in the bottom of the fifth inning. Here's the 2-2 delivery. Ball 3, full count. Brody's able to work him here. Full count, 1 out. Here's the pitch to Cashman. We'll go right. We run in this league. There we go. He's got to make that throw, so it's going to be a strikeout. So 2 straight strikeouts in this inning. 2 outs. Nolan Lamb comes up, and I tell you, he put a jack in that last inning, ladies and gentlemen. He smoked one out into left center field. Nolan's put a charge in 2 of them tonight. Strike 1 on Lamb. Here's the pitch. Outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. I think I would be careful putting anything down the heat with this youngster. 2 balls, 1 strike. Let's throw it out there. Nolan's one of the smartest defensive football players I've ever coached. Here's the 2-1 pitch. 3 balls, 1 strike. He's got a future in coaching if he wants it. 3 balls, 1 strike. Oh, he dropped his shoulder on that one. It's going to come back into play, and it's going to be 3 up, 3 down. We're headed to the top half of the 6th inning with your Hounds still down 5-4. Michael Fuller coming in here for his second full inning. Hounds still trail 5-4 here in the top half of the sixth inning. Evan Louse comes up to bat for Davenport North. Fuller looking in. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike one. No balls, one strike. Getting late in the ball game here. We're in a tight one. All two. Oh, sorry. One ball, one strike. Fuller looking in here. Fuller's got a lot of junk, it appears. 2 balls, 1 strike. Fuller looking in. Here's the release. Hard hit. Just foul. He put some smoke into that baby. It's going to be 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the 2-2 pitch. He's going to rope one out into left field. It's going to drop, and it's going to be a base hit. Nobody out. Davenport North now dealing. All right, Fuller now is going to go from the stretch. No outs. Top of the sixth. Looks like it's going to be a pinch runner for Davenport North. Hog Pound will have, we're doing this game tonight, game one, and we will be doing game two on Monday night. Fuller's going to get into the stretch here, looks him over. Takes 2 looks. Going to throw back over. Just got to be careful. Got called for a balk 2 innings ago. Here's the pitch. Strike one right down the middle. No balls, 1 strike. Nobody out. Well, they're still kind of looking him over here. A little bit closer that time. Still no balls, 1 strike. Fuller goes from that stretch. Here's the pitch. Nice block. Does not advance runner. 1 ball, 1 strike. He's going to step on the rubber here. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Fuller steps in there. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out. Swing and a miss. 1 out. Fuller's now got 3 Ks in the ball game. 1 out, runner on first. Fuller taking a look again. And here's the pitch. Ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. 1 out. Top half of the sixth inning. Fuller's going to throw it over. A little bit out of control, but Helligie's able to muster it in. Fouls are back. Oh, 2 strikes for Fuller. Fuller's going to step in here. Gets the sign. Here's the pitch. He's going to pop it up infield. Nolan Lamb's going to make the catch. 2 outs now. Top half of the 6th, 2 outs. After that single, we've stranded him at first. Fuller's going to look him over at first. Not quite as big a lead as he's had in the past. Throws it over. Back in plenty of time. Fuller's going to check him out again. He's out of this. There's the pitch. Inside, ball 1. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Ground ball to Nolan. Unfortunately, he fumbles it. You just got to eat it. And it's going to be an E5, but Nolan did the right thing, not trying to throw that thing across after he'd already lost it. Still 2 outs, runner on first and second. Top of the order up for Davenport North. Here's Fuller with a runner on first and second with 2 outs. Ooh, did it hit him? If it didn't, it was way inside. Ball 1. Ball 1. Looked like it hit him from here, but who knows? Here's the 1-0 pitch. Up high, ball 2. Just got to relax here. Nothing hurt. Shinstock coming out to have a conversation with Fuller. Still in a situation, only down by 1 here, top of the 6th. Getting this out is critical. Hope everyone's having a great night. And again, Dog Pound here, Chuck Banks. We're doing game 1 tonight. We'll do game 2 on Monday night. Unfortunately, my health, I've gotta, if I'm sore, I gotta know it. I gotta know when to hold it and when to fold it. But it's been a blast here this evening. 2 balls, no strikes. Here's the pitch. Fouls it back. It's 2 balls, 1 strike. These guys are communicating well out here, talking about situations. Coach Shinstock's done a great job getting these guys ready. 2 balls, 1 strike. Fouls it back. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Fuller trying to get out of a jam here, which would be huge and significant heading into the bottom of the 6th. Now it's 2-2, 2-2. Here's the pitch. Ooh, he's going to put a charge in at right field. Oh, he dove for it. Was unable to get it. And he's going, man. He's going to score 2. So Davenport North's now going to go up 7-4 in the ball game. The base clearing triple. 7-4. Still a lot of ball game left. These guys can hit. They've shown it. Still 2 outs, runner on third base. Swing and a miss. Good movement on that first pitch from Fuller. We're stepping in, looking over to third base. Here's the pitch. He puts a big charge in it. It's back, 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 back. It's going to hit the wall. Owen Huffman's going to throw it in here. He's going to be in at second base. He put a charge in that baby, probably about 338 feet. And now Davenport North is going to go up 8-4 in the ball game. Runner on second, still 2 outs. Fuller still on the dish. Your Hounds now trail 8-4. Here's the pitch. Pop fly, mile high. That's going to be the third out. So some damage done there in the top half of the sixth, as Davenport North's going to score 3 runs. And the score now is 8-4. We'll be back to the bottom of the fourth just after this. All right, headed in here into the bottom half of the sixth inning. Stephen Burlett steps in. Let's get this rally started. We've scored points in bunches. We have that ability. Stephen steps in here. Strike one. Nice little curveball from that lefty. He likes to work fast. Stephen's back up there. He's ready to go. Ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike here. Bottom half of the sixth inning, Hounds trail 8-4. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Burlett's going to rip one, base hit right up the middle, and that's just what the doctor ordered, ladies and gentlemen. All right, here we go. Finally got the text message. Here's the pitch. Ball one. Jay Ellison running for Burlett at first. He's going. It was a hit and run situation. He's going to advance that runner. 1 out, runner on second. Good hit and run opportunity there. Tatum's able to advance Ellison. Excuse me. Bugs are getting buggy. 0-1. Almost. He was wanting to go to third. Still one out. Here's the pitch. 2 balls, no strikes. Kind of in a hitter's situation here. Here's the pitch. Payoff. Runner on first and second. Noah Vanul coming up, and he charged one. He hit a 2 RBI double in the fourth. Vanul has put charges in every ball he's hit tonight. Corbin's ready. Here's the pitch. Strike one. Fastball. Vanul ready to go. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Fouls it away. No balls, 2 strikes. 1 out. Bottom of the 6th inning. Here's the 0-2 delivery. Ooh. Strike 3. 2 outs. Huey into the ball game now with 2 outs. Runners on first and second. Hounds down 8-4. He's going to rip it right back to the pitcher. Pitcher's going to throw over to first, and that's going to end the Hounds. They're going to leave 2. Hounds down 8-4, heading to the top half of the 7th inning. Sir Isaac Newton will give me score reports for Game 2. Again, doing only Game 1 tonight. Doing Game 2 on Monday night against Keokuk. Isaac, I tell you what, he won the John Link Award last night. I want to, congratulate that young man. No one works harder than that young man. Getting ready here, top half of the 7th. Now it's do or die. Fuller's still on the mound as the Hounds trail 8-4. All right, heading in here, Fuller, his 3rd full inning of pitching. Tatum Shellick says it's the 4-5-6 for Davenport North. Fuller ready to go. It's going to be a hard ground ball to shortstop, able to break it up over, and there's 1 out. 1 pitch, 1 out. Max Phelps comes up for Davenport North. Hounds now have 1 out here in the top half of the 7th inning. Fuller ready to go. Ooh, he's going to hit it hard, but it's going to be right at Hellige. 2 outs off 2 pitches. Could be an immaculate inning. Do you know what an immaculate inning is in baseball, ladies and gentlemen? Let me know. 2 pitches, 2 outs so far. Ball one. Immaculate inning is now over. Fuller's come in and he's done a remarkable job here. 2 balls, no strikes. Fuller ready to go. Here's the 2-0 delivery. Outside, ball 3. 3 balls, no strikes. Here's the 3-0 pitch. Ball 4. 4 pitches. Not all that bad though. You know, any time that you're looking at that type of a power hitter, it's not all bad to do those things. 2 outs, runner on first base. Fuller now going to work here. Swing and a miss. Balls, 1 strike. Fuller now going to work. It's going to be a ground ball. It's going to be to shortstop. He's going to make a play. Great play, shortstop. So nothing hurt. Hounds trail 8-4. It's now do or die as we hit the bottom half of the 7th inning. All right, we are back, do or die, bottom half of the 7th inning. Davenport North brings in a new flamethrower. Owen Huffman steps up to the plate. One left fielder for your Hounds. Here's the pitch. Fouls are straight back. No balls, 1 strike. Here's the pitch. Ball high. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the pitch. Ball. 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. Flamethrower throwing a curveball there. 2 balls, 1 strike. Fouls are straight back. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Owen right on it this time. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the delivery. Ball 3, full count. Now on Owen Huffman. Three balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Gonna call it outside. You hit the outside corner. It's gonna be strike 3. 1 out. Luke Hellige coming to the plate. Stepping in here. He's gonna foul it off a long way foul. It's nice to see him get some charge into one. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Luke's going to hit it over to the shortstop side. He's going to fumble it, and Luke's going to be on base. 1 out. It's going to be an E6. E6. Brody Cashman coming in. Luke on base here. Luke's got some good speed. Need all kinds of base runners at this point. Here's the first pitch to Cashman. Swing and a miss. No balls, 1 strike. Here's the 0-1 delivery. Ball. Oh, it's going to get past, but Luke's not going to second. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. There's the 1-1 delivery. Outside ball 2, 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. Swing and a miss. Evens it up, 2-2. 1 out here in the bottom half of the 7th inning. Oh, he's going to put a charge into it. Center field. Great play by that center fielder. 2 outs. Now down to our last out. No Lamb coming up to the plate. Center fielder at Davenport North is doing a phenomenal job covering a lot of ground tonight. Owen's going to foul one back. No balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Now Nolan's going to hit her over to shortstop, and he's going to step on it, and that's going to be game. Your Fort Madison Bloodhounds go down game 1, 8-4 against Davenport North. But I tell you what, they showed a lot of promise, ladies and gentlemen. We need to come out and have huge crowds for this group because they're working extremely hard, and we're getting into the meat of our schedule. We could use as many fans as humanly possible. I appreciate you tuning in tonight. I'm Chuck Banks, founder of Dog Pound Radio and the Coaching Culture and Athletics Radio Broadcast Network. Until next time, roll hounds.